What's up, everybody? We are here with Great Lakes Hot Takes, episode 16. I'm joined by my co-host Booker. How's it going, Booker?
Oh, pretty good, KJ. It's unfortunate we're missing our third host currently, but I know that Lunches is here in spirit with us,
Yeah,
and
we
maybe a
had
call.
a we had a couple things pop up yesterday. And then Booker and I rescheduled, and we just never mentioned it to Lunches. So we giving him a pass. We're not gonna give him a hard time for missing this episode.
I could have sworn we told him, but I think I just DM'd you about it, so that's my bad, Lunches.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Um, And this week we are joined by our guest Skar. How's it going, Skar?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. What you were telling us beforehand? You were grinding out Hunt.
Yeah, Hunt Showdown on
Is that like
Monster.
a shooter?
Yeah, it's an extraction shooter.
Okay,
you
okay.
you don't know Hunt? Come on,
My
KJ.
partner plays it all the time, and I have
Oh,
never
I
watched
see.
them.
I see.
So,
It's like on the lower of the keys of out of the like battle royale games, but
gotcha,
it's my
gotcha.
favorite.
Yeah, we are joined by the titular first place winner of Lord of the Landfill. How was that one?
Very free.
He decided to dodge all the competition and grab what did you say, $600?
Yeah, I mean, it was either drive 3 hours for pretty easy money with $1,000 pot, or drive like double the hours for some competition.
You had to fight Gabe.
Yeah, exactly. Gabe was the one I'd be worried about.
Yeah, I saw Kashmir actually came out too. Did you see the big upset where Quaz got his first ever win on Kashmir?
I'm not surprised. I saw it and I wasn't surprised because Quaz somehow gets very close. I mean, I guess it's been a long time since they played, but Quaz gets very, very close, surprisingly, and he's bound for his one.
Yeah. Well, I guess we have a few questions then to kind of run through. Okay, just you want to start us off?
Yeah. So, Scar, how did you get your introduction to Smash?
Like when I first start competing, or like
No,
seriously,
no,
or when I
no.
first start playing.
The first time you played the game, or like the first
Um,
when you first got into the game, not necessarily the competitive side.
the first time I ever played, was Melee as a really young kid. My brother was a big gamer. He got me into played Melee a little bit. He got me really into Halo and like Xbox games, but Melee was one of them. I didn't play too much when Brawl came out, and I played Brawl a lot as like a kid. Like I was born in 2000, so I'd have been like what, like 9 or something. I don't remember when Brawl came out, but started playing Brawl a lot as a kid. Like literally just with my mom or something, I'd be like, "Hey, you play as these characters," and I just beat her up with like Midnight or something. Um, Little 9-year-old me making custom stage with items on, and then Smash 4 came out. um, I played for the first like maybe half a year on Wi-Fi. I would enter Wi-Fi tournaments actually back then. I remember I won a few. I was a Sheik
Uh,
player,
Smash
and
4 Wi-Fi tournament?
yeah, I
A
would
rough
I
one.
would play those a little bit. I made like $100 total from Smash 4 Wi-Fi tournaments. I paid for the game back with like Wi-Fi
Nice,
Sheik.
nice. Yeah.
I have very little recollection of it, and then I also I like surprisingly like played with some. I would like grind with some good players back then. Like I used to grind with Wizrobe a long time ago. I was on a different alias back then, like Daily Trolled. That was like peak for me, like the best player I ever played on Wi-Fi in that. And yeah, then Ultimate came out. Actually, in Smash 4, I came back and played a little bit more Smash 4 when Cloud came out. Because funny story, I actually never knew who Cloud was until like midway through Ultimate when I was like, I want to try this character. What's he from? Then I played Final Fantasy 7. I'm like, wow, this character's raw. But literally just seeing him come out in Smash 4, like when he came out as DLC, I was like, hey, this character looks kind of cool. I'm gonna buy this DLC and play him. I thought he was really fun in Smash 4. And
Wow.
then
So they got you with the guy with a big sword meme. You were just
yeah,
like, man, that guy's got a big sword.
that's actually how I got found out about Joker too. I didn't know what Persona was. I know Joker, and I saw the trailer.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yo, he looks kind of raw. It's just like these edgy anime protagonists. They just get me every
Yeah.
time. And
That's
then
pretty cool. The theoretical Smash marketing actually like works on, like you're saying
yeah,
it's getting you. You're the
yeah,
guy.
like I bought all the games. Like I haven't played Persona 1, but I played 2, 3, 4, 5. I played a bunch of the Final Fantasy games now. Played all the Kingdom Hearts now. Like, I don't know, they got me.
Nice,
Never
nice.
would have played them
Oh, you
before.
weren't joking about like getting Kingdom Hearts because of Sora.
Here's actually why I got. So no, I wasn't joking. So I knew what Kingdom Hearts was. I knew a little bit about it. I knew it was Square Enix and Disney. And like I love Square Enix. So I was playing Final Fantasy for a while, and I always said I was never gonna play Kingdom Hearts games because if he didn't get announced in Smash, I would probably have been devastated because I I would have probably played the game, really liked it, and then I would have been disappointed when it didn't get announced. Then it got announced, and then like the last like year I've ran through all the, well, just 1, 2, 3. I'm not playing all those shitty side games. I'm good. But yeah, I actually just finished 3 the other like week. That was actually another day. It was very hard, but yeah, Smash really got me with their marketing there. Like they made money off me.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to
Mhm.
hear.
Well, you've been made a little bit of money off Smash at the very least. I'm sure you don't keep track.
Yeah,
Sure, it's too much to keep track of.
definitely is at this point since it's been like almost 4 years. Like I don't know,
What was
made a
your
decent amount.
what was your first tournament win though? I'm curious.
I might be able to. I have no idea. It was some weekly. It was. I think it might have. It was probably some Ames weekly. I think it was some Ames weekly. Like probably like a not like a season like an early seasons Iowa Ames weekly that I probably won, and then I remember I farmed to Dubuque weekly, which was really funny because I came to Dubuque at the time. Like I'm actually from Dubuque, like that's where my family lives. So one time I was back home for like break, like I forget what break it was, but then I went to Dubuque weekly. I farmed Cobalt twice, and he's like, "Wow, you're really good. Are you that like?" He's Ducker Z. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, aren't you on PR?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I just farmed him for like a summer, and then
Dang.
Joker came out, and I started getting good with Joker, and then yeah, but probably I think it was an Ames weekly though. It's like not very stacked Ames weekly. Like no welfare back then, no sanity at that Ames weekly. I couldn't really beat them back then. My
I
first few seasons.
almost forgot about the Ducker Z arc.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of arcs from the tags for sure.
I do like though that like Scar's got enough wins under his belt that like whatever weekly he won at first, like it's just
Doesn't
under a
matter.
huge mountain of W's at this point.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I mean, especially that first one. There was definitely like no one there that was like that crazy good.
Yeah,
Because I was like number 10 in Iowa back then, like pretty dog shit, but still got to win.
All right. Some people refer to you as a hidden boss. How do you feel about having a title like that?
Um, I'm cool with it. I mean, I don't really care to go to a lot of things because I don't like my whole weekend being dedicated to Smash. I would rather do other things. So I also don't like spending a lot of money going to majors. So I'm kind of cool with it. It's like people just say, like, yeah, this guy's really good. He just doesn't go to shit, which is true. Like they write.
That's
Well,
nice. I like that answer because I like from what I'm gathering from you. We chatted a little bit before we went live, and Skar had like a very mature answer about his like future plans as well. I like this like I have a life thing. That's like not something many smashers can answer a question with.
Definitely
Uh,
took a while, but I mean, I definitely had my no life period over quarantine. Like I kind of told you guys about, like
yeah,
me grinding like
but
5 hours a day. That was a no life period.
I mean, having no life during quarantine is kind of to be expected, so that's
That's also
forgivable.
true.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to invest the time into getting good at Smash, I guess. But
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I
You got
guess
anything to
then
add, Booker?
I ah, I'm not
Sorry.
surprised. I'm not surprised he doesn't care. I assume that was the case. People always talk about they talk like best players in the Midwest. Scar's always up there, but like people are like, I don't know how he's gonna actually do. Right? P Easy a similar situation. He goes out and he
he's got a
has a little bit of a
kid.
rough time. Yeah, and he's got a kid too. So um but like speaking of Iowa, do you find being in Iowa a hindrance on your growth at all?
Um,
Like as a
yeah,
player, right?
yeah, definitely. There's not a lot of like super relevant matchups. Like we have way too many links, which are all just really free. So I don't get to practice like a lot of matchups I want to. Like I'd preferably practice more like Kazi and more Rob, like really meta relevant stuff like that. If I was wanting to travel to majors, obviously. And then like so matchups aren't super relevant here. And then like skill wise, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. We have like a few good players, I would say, like players that can sometimes challenge me. I'm not gonna be super like nice and say they always challenge me. Obviously, sometimes they're really free if they're playing bad. But like Peasy's really good. He challenges me. Skittles, obviously, skills I kind of free up, but like that's just a matchup thing, and we played so long. Like skills, Peasy super good. Welfare like kind of retired now, honestly, which is unfortunate. Not for Fisher retired, but he's a bum. Doesn't go to shit. Um, but I don't know. Besides that, yeah, it kind of hinders me, which is why I really had to like grind a lot of Wi-Fi a long time ago to get match experience and like play against top level, high level players to get more experience.
You find like Wi-Fi really helpful for you then?
Um, I definitely used to, yeah. I think Wi-Fi is really good for. I mean, yeah, it's really good for getting good. I feel like where I am now though, like I have no desire to practice on Wi-Fi. I don't find it super helpful anymore because I think I've like kind of got past that stepping stone already. If that makes sense.
I hear that.
Sorry, Booker just sent me something, so I'm distracted. You do the next question, Booker.
I got it. I got it. Um, I guess on like we've had takes before on here where like people say that Midwest is the worst region skill level wise. Like where would you put it in relation?
I think we're probably better than SoCal or like some California. I don't know. It's hard because they have a Prodigy now, but a lot of California is overrated. I think MDVA is actually worse. If you count MDVA just as a region, they're definitely worse than Midwest. MDVA has like enhanced ZD, and then like I don't know, like fucking like Smub their next best, like the Ridley dude. Like I don't know. I
Yeah,
think MDVA is pretty bad.
I feel that like watching. Sometimes I'll turn on Xanadu and just be like, I feel like Michigan's top 5 alone could like wipe
Oh
everybody
yeah,
here.
yeah, I
Like,
think so.
what's going on?
Like I remember back in the day, like maybe early Ultimate Smash 4 it was like I'd watch Xander's and it'd be like a really cool tournament. Like there's a lot of these like big like good player names, like top player names. Now it's like why doesn't really go. Why is also doesn't really I don't know, he doesn't grind as much anymore or like whatnot, he doesn't go as much. But I don't know. I think MDVA is probably worse than that's the easy answer of what's worse than Midwest. And then Midwest is big, so like we're better than a lot, I think. Like obviously we're worse than Tri-State and worse than it really is worse than most of the East Coast has MDVA, like we're worse than like the Florida, Georgia area, but I mean, I don't know. If we want to go into like regions, you go into like the Northwest region, they're pretty bad. Like who do they like they have Moxie, um Hades is
Like
pretty good.
capsize?
Yeah, like I don't know. We just Midwest has a lot of like pretty good names, whereas like areas like that, they only have like a few really good names.
I like that. I like this take. I've never heard anybody say Midwest better than SoCal, so I appreciate that. I'm keeping that one
I
in my
mean,
pocket.
we have like Ohio and Michigan, and then
Hmm.
Chicago has a few good names. I think like obviously like like Gabe in Nebraska, me Tanner, kind of Peasy in Iowa, like stuff like that is, and like some of Kansas is really good. Like Kansas is so weird because Kansas like can't win the shit in the Midwest. Like I don't know the last time like a Kansas player like really won like a big event. Like I feel like they always just lose to like the one player from X state that comes, but like I don't know, Rocky just beats Chag, beats Louis Money, whatnot. Like they got
Hmm.
good wins.
For sure.
That's a good take. So someone came on here and they were just like, yeah, you know, just the mid level and Midwest, like that's it goes off pretty quickly. There's like three or
Yeah,
four good players in the Midwest, and everybody else is bad.
there's definitely more than that, but I also like I don't really care to talk about the mid level players. Like nobody like if you talk about how good a region is, are you really talking about the mid level players? Like I don't who gives a shit? It's
I,
about the how many top level players do you have, high level players that are like getting the wins and stuff like that, winning regionals, whatnot.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah,
That's
Onan being like somewhere like top 10, top 5 in the world is kind of a big deal too.
Definitely agree. Like Onan is like a powerhouse that at least like puts us in competition with some of these places where they're like, hey, we've got whatever, top 30
Mhm.
player and stuff. So
Yeah, we have quite a few PGR players now. Then we have a lot of PGR level players, I think.
yeah, like Apollo Kage has been going
Oh yeah,
crazy this year. So
like AK, Cosmos, Onan, I mean, Skills is PGR, Ned's PGR, then ICAM was PGR. Then there's a lot of PGR level players like after that too.
I've noticed there's a bunch of names that you actually have wins on in that list.
I
Do you
think all of
consider
them
yourself?
besides Icon. Or I'm sorry, not Onan, not Cosmo. I've never played them, but the ones I've played, like the ones I play, I have wins on all the ones I've played actually. But what was your question?
Do you like consider yourself up there with them
Yeah,
level
so I'm
wise?
yeah, like I say I'm definitely PGR level. Like I think that's can we is PGR even a thing anymore? I don't know, but
I think
um
we're doing the OR level.
okay, yeah, our level. Yeah, I definitely think I'm like up there at the level. Like I mean, like I can just beat a lot of them. I think I go back and forth with most of them. Onan's one of the ones I really want to play. I was sad that I got gate kept by low one when I went there. I went to Michigan the one time, but I really want to play Onan because Cloud Steve. I think I could do it.
Yeah, I was just pulling up the bracket to see who you lost to, and I
Yeah, I
saw
got Dolan by
you ended
low
up.
one.
Yeah, low one was
Dude, I've never played a warrior that lane before in my life. Like I literally beat Loaf like the week before, then I lost to low one. I was like, dude, like I couldn't understand why I'm losing. I'm like, this guy like hits like 10 times less hard than Loaf. Like he doesn't make these like crazy Loaf plays. Like he's not as cool as Loaf, but I'm just losing to him. Like he's just
Yeah,
laying me
yeah.
out.
He like low one is
I respect
a
the
player.
game.
He never feels pressured. Low one is just like totally down to sit in the corner and just wait.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
like,
his disadvantage was really good. I remember it was hard to
yep,
abuse that. And yeah, he's just really like calm in pressure situations that Loaf I felt like panic in, and then I just didn't camp back when I probably should have. But yeah, I got gate kept by him. Otherwise, I wanted to play Onin. I want to play more of them. Like I've played Ned 3 times now, and I'm 2-1 on him. Obviously, really positive on Skittles. I think I'm 1-2 on AK. I'm 1-1 on him with Cloud though, and then the other side I went like I think Joker, Sephiroth. Only time I don't remember who it was. It might have just been Joker, but 1-2 on him. So yeah, I'd like to play them more, but you know, who knows when that'll be.
I think I missed one of those questions there, KJs. Number 6.
did you? Okay, let's see.
I'm interested.
What are your thoughts on Iowa compared to the rest of the Midwest? I thought it was okay for that you skipped this one.
Um,
I'm interested.
I think now that we have Skittles, we're actually like pretty damn good. Um, I would say I think Michigan's the best Midwest state by quite a bit. Can't deny that, especially with Onan doing really good. Onan,
Yep.
um, I think Onan really carries you guys in terms of like how good you are as a
Okay,
state. Like
okay, all
otherwise,
right.
otherwise, I think you guys would definitely just be like you're still really good without Onan, but like Onan just definitely just makes you like top one undisputed. I think.
Yeah.
Like
Listen,
if you look at Michigan without Onan, like Skittles probably beats all of you. I mean, I beat Zanotto. Can't be low one though. That dude's a goat. He's way too goated for me.
yeah.
But like you'd be more comparable. But I think Chicago's really good. I think Chicago's a little overrated. And then I think after that, like after like Chicago, Ohio, or like Michigan, Ohio, Chicago. I think there's like a kind of a drop off, and then you get like that like Minnesota, Iowa, Kansas tier, maybe Nebraska too, since they have like Gabe Pika now. And then after that, you have like the doggy doo doo states like the Dakotas, stuff like that. But like,
Indiana.
I don't even know who's Indiana. I know Gromp, that dude's raw. The kid, the Mega Man, I like him. He's funny, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Like I was carried by we're really top heavy. I think like
Gotcha.
me Skittles just pretty damn consistent like regionals and stuff like that. And obviously Skills gets to go to majors. He's kind of hit or miss there. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and then PZ has really high highs. So I think we're kind of carried by that. Like after that, we fall off really hard. But I mean, so do most Midwest states,
Yeah.
except for like
I think
Chicago
that's
or
a pretty fair take.
Michigan. I think Michigan doesn't fall off. Michigan's top 15 is all pretty damn solid. I'll give them that.
True. Very true.
Yeah,
You're,
yeah,
you're,
I
you're
was pretty
speaking
good.
the words. Speaking the words that KJs wants to
Yeah,
hear for sure.
the Scar's the best guest we've ever had.
I can't,
This
I can't deny it. It's just objectively pretty damn true.
yeah.
Like if I go to like most states in the Midwest, like if I see the number 10, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a walk in the park. This dude's free. If I look at Michigan, look at their number 10, I don't know who it is off the top of my head. Maybe it's like that Roy dude. Maybe it's like Lucy, the Rob. That's the
The
Rob, right?
Crash. I don't know if it's
Can't remember if
No,
I'm
Crash.
getting
Lucy. You played against Lucy
yeah, I
at
played as Lucy.
Spartan
He's
Center.
no like I played against him a lot on Wi-Fi. He's like I know he's like around that 10 area, right? Like I think he's closer to 10 than he is 5. I don't know for sure. I don't know what you guys PR right now, but I don't know. Michigan goes pretty deep where it's like if I go to play these guys, like I kind of have to worry about these. These aren't that free, and
Yeah,
most it's like
yeah.
very free.
You went to game 5 with Lucy at Spartan Send-Off,
Yeah,
and
maybe bring out the Joker. I shit on him with Joker though. Absolutely demolished.
I see,
But
I
he
see.
made me switch off Cloud, which was annoying because
Yeah.
I hate Rob.
But you've developed quite a polarizing reputation in this space. Is this something you want?
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
Listen, the scene needs heals, okay?
It's true. It's
So
true.
I like that. That's cool.
You said, what? You're banned from the. They banned you from the Iowa Discord, right?
Oh no,
Isn't
I'm
that what
banned
happened?
from all of the Central Iowa events actually as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
And that's just like the TOs, right?
yeah. The TOs decided to ban me for just stuff I send to Discord essentially.
Okay,
Oh, I see.
wait. I don't want to. I want to make sure that I haven't co-signed something awful. What are you
What?
banned for?
Um, I sent Pokemon feet gifts into the Discord.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah, so they banned me from the entire scene in all tournaments.
Wow.
It's
That's
whatever.
crazy.
I
That's
think
crazy.
that I have
Nah.
like I have a conspiracy theory that's because I was winning too many events, so they just wanted like someone else
Mm,
to like win a little bit. But it's
I
whatever.
see.
It's
yeah,
only
I've heard some
like
things.
$50 a week.
Those IWTOs. There's definitely,
Yeah, they're a little
definitely got some
sussy.
crooked stuff going on.
Yeah.
Dang. What are you involved in this, Booker? What's going on?
What? No. I'm not. I'm not. I'm a KC TO. I don't even TO over
Okay.
here.
All right. Interesting.
Wait. You got the last one?
Yeah. So, how has coaching been affecting your approach to the game?
It like to simplify it, it definitely just helps me a lot look at the game. If it wasn't for coaching, I've before I started coaching, I really never like super analyzed stuff. Like I kind of got good from grinding, just playing a lot and watching MK Leo back when I played Joker. I just watch Leo play Joker. I'd be like, oh, he's doing this combo this way, he's edge guarding this way, he's ledge trapping this way. Like I would do that type of stuff, like pretty simple stuff that really anyone should be able to do. But then I started coaching. I'm like talking about things with students. Obviously, I'm like, oh, like I'm realizing like how big center is, like risk reward, like all these things that I never really. I did these things, but I never thought about them. So coaching made me kind of think about those, and like coaching a lot of cloud players or just like any of my characters I play when I'm playing them, like kind of helps me. Because I'll be like, I watch their VODs, be like, oh, you should like, I think this would work better here. And that's like, oh wait, I don't even fucking do that, but I'm like saying to do that. Why don't I do that? And then I start doing it. I'm like, wow, I'm a genius. Um, so it definitely kind of like, a little eye opening of stuff that I should do. I'm now thinking about it more actively. So like I'm coaching them and I'm also like low key coaching myself, which is nice.
Yeah, I guess like sometimes when you talk it out, like it like registers more
Hmm.
than just being a thought in your head. That's
Hmm.
pretty interesting that you're like retaining the own information that you're giving out. That's pretty funny.
Hmm. It's really
Yeah.
nice. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah. Well, we've been seeing a lot of success with your coaching career. So hopefully that's going to be people pushing into trying to hire you more. Speaking of your Metafy, though, you have your like plug. Do you have this? Can we put
Oh
it in the
yeah.
chat there?
I got it in the chat. If you want assistance from Skar, you can go to metafy.gg/@Skar. You can sign up for his Metafy.
Yeah, definitely check
Vouch.
it out. I see you got a couple of big Scar lovers in chat too. So,
Yeah, of course.
um, I guess we open the floor for hot takes.
Yeah, if anybody is watching, if you have a hot take, you can join the Discord, which I'll put in here. And post in the takes channel, and if we like your take, we'll bring you on, and we can discuss it.
Which Chase is better?
Which Chase is better? Oh no,
Well, what's your take? Like, don't you have to have the take, or do you just
they
propose
Yeah,
the
gotta.
take?
it's not just questions. You can't just
Nah,
trivia.
they gotta put in the Discord, and we'll
You
invite him
gotta,
in.
yeah, you
They,
gotta pick one of the chases. Come
we'll
in here and
call
tell
in.
me that Chase DeWitt sucks. Then we'll bring you on.
There are those that believe so. So don't worry. Was
Can't
that?
I can't take a side on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. No, me neither. I
Respectfully.
understand.
Somebody says, "Will Scar be buying me drinks at Mugs tomorrow night?"
That's not
Is that
even.
Tim,
Timmer? I knew it was
Yeah, it's
Timmer.
Timmer.
Tomorrow night's Thursday, isn't it?
yes.
Um, I mean, I'm down because I graduate. My last final's tomorrow.
Are you
I'll
like
perhaps be on.
out of here once that happens? Like you moving and everything?
No, I'm still gonna be here for a while because my girlfriend lives here. My
Mm,
girlfriend, like, she's going to school here. She has like another year and a half or something like that. So I'm just gonna stay here with her, find a job in the area, and then once she's done, we'll see wherever we go.
okay.
Gotcha.
Very adult answer. You don't follow where the Smash scene goes.
No, I mean, if I did, I definitely would not be in Iowa.
That's fair.
True.
That's fair. I guess. What about you? You
Hold
got
on.
a no? You got another
Hold
one?
on. I just want to respond to one of the chatters. I saw Trey John 6 says, "Hot take, I'm the best Toon Link in the Midwest." And this just unlocked a key memory from like 3 years ago
Is it
that
the
Trey
Falco?
John 6 got banned from the Falco Discord for like every day he would wake up and post, "I'm the best Falco in the Midwest" in the general chat. Like every single day.
Oh
Dude,
my
you don't even know the
god.
lore. Oh my! Bro, there was do you guys know who Seagull Joe is?
No.
No.
He's like, I think he was MDVA. He was like an MDVA Sonic or something like that. And John would just say his shit like, "I'm the best Falco like Midwest." And this like Seagull Joe dude, like he's kind of like a bigger name in Smash 4. He doesn't play as much anymore, or like at all. Like the Seagull Joe dude tweeted, he's like, "Who is this Trey John 6 guy? And why is he saying he's the best Falco Midwest?" And it's like, dude, why is like this was like prepubescent John basically, like high school John, like getting recognized for like his trolling. Like, dude, I hate it, but it's so funny.
That's pretty good. He said, what do you say? In the best Toon Link in the Midwest. I don't think he's the best Toon Link in Iowa
He's not
right
even the
now,
best
so
Toon
he's
Link
gonna
in
be
Iowa.
careful. Yeah.
He's like the fourth best Toon Link in Iowa right now.
Is he the four? Who's the other two?
I am arguably the best because I've beaten John. I've beaten John and Jinx in the Tink Ditto, and then after that, it's probably Jinx or Skittles, and then John. And I shit on John the Tink Ditto. Like I 3-0'd him really quickly. It was kind of like I kind of felt bad.
Dude, it's
Damn.
okay. I almost beat John. He almost lost to me.
I'm
So
not
I mean, that's
surprised.
I know.
He
He did
told me
lose.
I
He
was.
lost. What did he
He told me I was the most funniest Tink he's ever seen,
do?
which is true. I'm definitely the most funniest Tink. Have you watched Tinks play? Like,
There's something. There's
yeah, there's
something.
something.
No, I
But
remember.
Jinx is the best Tink Midwest. I'm the best Tink in Iowa though.
Okay. Okay.
Jinx is good. Jinx, especially because Cantaloupe dropped. Oh no, almost dropped. It's like co-maining right now.
Who's he dropping
Because
Tink for? Like, who's he playing?
it's Corin, and I don't understand the switch personally, but
Cohen is definitely
uh
better, but
oh.
wow.
Well, Trajan actually posted in the Discord that he's the best Toon Link in the Midwest.
We're not
So I
bringing him
mean,
on for that.
do you want to bring him on? He could make an argument for him. So I'm curious. He's
Trey
got a
John, do
vouch
you have a
too.
mic? Do you have a mic?
If
Trey
you want to come
John?
on, Trajan, you can pop in the waiting room. We'll pull you in. You can put your argument out there.
While
That's
we're
funny.
waiting for him to respond, we did forget one question that we were gonna ask Skar. If you had to play in Smash Boxing, assuming it's Ultimate, not Melee, and you had to pick somebody around your weight class that you think you could beat, who could you beat in Smash Boxing?
Many people. I think I think like stats wise, I'm just pretty good for that. I'm pretty tall. I have long arms. Like 180, 190. So like I think I take most. Just like it's boxing. Like arms alone are pretty. My arms are pretty
Yeah,
long.
reach is a
Arm
huge
length is a
thing.
huge deal. Yeah, and then like after that, yeah, I'm a roar for UC Davis. Yeah, like Albie said. I think I take a lot. I think the funnest person to do would probably be Tanner. I would beat Tanner's ass. Skittles, that is.
Well, he used to be short too, and he's like got a lot taller now.
Yeah,
So I
he's
don't
taller
know.
now, but he didn't get on the weight. That's the problem.
Okay,
I
but he's
see.
6'4" and a rower, so I feel like Scar's got a lot of built-in advantage if
I
we
didn't even know he was a
planned
rower.
out an event. That's pretty crazy.
Dude, I
I'd
think Skar
also
like
I'd destroy Timber as well. That's another one.
probably clear.
Yeah,
I
and
have a
I think I could beat Cam too, like campaign. I think I stop at Tiger Boy. I can't beat Tiger Boy. He has
no.
way too much Kraken energy in him. He would probably kill me.
Tiger
Yeah,
Boy might
campaign
actually.
was the one that responded on Twitter, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. All
either
right, let me pull our mans in really quick. All right, you are live, Trey John 6. You want to give us your take?
Yeah, you guys want my video? I want me to turn my camera on.
You have a
You guys-
Yeah,
video?
no, it's
No,
okay. It
we don't
doesn't
want
even
your
work.
video. It'll
It
be
doesn't
fine.
work.
Make it work.
No, you just gotta tell us with your dulcet tones.
All right, check it out. Best Toon Link Midwest, me. Pause before you call cap. Pause before you call cap. All right. All right. Currently in bracket. All right, in bracket. If you go do the Smash.gg, you look at the history. I have the best wins of all the Toon Links in the Midwest. All right, so let's talk about the Toon Links in the Midwest. It's like
I mean,
maybe
like in 2018, yeah.
pause. Even now, I still have the best results.
Who
I'm
have you
still,
beaten? I'm
All right,
curious. I
look,
can
look,
When's
pull
the
it
last time
up.
you beat someone good?
look. I've been Nebraska, almost all the Nebraska PR, but Epic Gabe.
Have you beat HDK?
I have.
I'm looking. He's got double loss to Welfare Pickles.
Have you beat
I don't know.
Pika?
I have. I also beat
Where?
Tony.
Where are
I
these
beat Tony.
tournaments? I need to get some.
He did beat Zen. I remember he beat Zen. That one
I
was
beat
funny.
Zed.
Okay, all right.
I beat Quaz.
Actually, I'll admit, I think John might have he might have the highest highs, but like consistency, it's Jinx.
All right. That's fair.
And Jinx is just like, as a human being, Jinx is just way smarter than John.
Oh my! I don't know. Jinx not in college right now.
Yeah, he already has lifestyle out, bro. He's at high V. He's good.
I don't know. I'm looking at Cantaloupe. Does Cantaloupe ever win on Gromp? Gromp's pretty good. Gromp's probably better than all of Nebraska.
No.
No.
The cab.
Well,
Hey,
what's the verdict, KJs? What do you think?
I'm gonna have to default to Scar's rating for consistency and saying that Jinx is the best Toon Link. I think,
Chat says you did choke
consistency
against.
over peaks.
Chat says you choked against MD, by the way.
He
MD?
did.
Win, what?
After you beat Zen, you lost to MD, like Goose Fancy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was not.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Trey John.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Fuck that guy.
He banned you, right? That was the guy.
No, he's not the one who banned me.
There's always going to be a nefarious other.
He's actually the one that said, "Oh no, I can't release this information. Never mind."
Okay, all right. It's insider. Well, I guess we have more takes. What do you want to do, KJS? You want to get the spiciest take?
Do we have another take? Oh, from Skar.
Yeah, the man.
Yeah, okay. Skar, what is your hot take?
Put me on the spot here.
Well, I think we prepped you at the beginning before we went live, and then we just started chit-chatting, so you probably never thought about it.
I definitely never thought of it. I got nothing.
All right. Skar
Got
says
nothing?
he's just a
I need more time to
cool-headed
think.
guy. He's never said anything of controversy that people disagree with.
Scar's known for being
gotta
very
think of something.
level-headed. His Twitter Twitter personality is nothing but like rainbows and butterflies.
Here's the problem. I don't think my takes are hot. I think they're just factually correct.
What about one that like is deemed hot but is factually correct? That's an interesting one.
Let me look through my Twitter. I'm trying to see if I can find anything.
He's probably said it already. That one's that's fair.
Off.
The first thing I found was me calling Rayquaza trash.
Ooh, okay.
That's so not hot. That's the coldest.
That's what I'm saying.
Take.
I don't think that's hot.
He's in Alabama now, right, KJ?
Yeah.
Didn't we say he was in Alabama?
Yeah, I
he
think
is.
that was the last place.
Those poor guys. That poor scene. They have to live in Alabama, and now Rayquaza's there. Like, I don't know how much worse does it get.
Albie says to ask you about popping off. Do you have a hot take about popping off?
I think pop-offs are usually cringe.
Okay.
It depends.
That's fair. That's fair.
If they're at big events, they can be kind of cool. Sometimes they're kind of much and cringe. I think he's talking about weeklies. I hate people that pop off at weeklies. I don't hate people. I don't hate them, but like, dude, sometimes when I lose at weeklies or someone pops out weeklies, I'm like, man, why? Like, especially at weeklies, like we're playing for like $10. It feels like.
Yeah. We had somebody won at like a 19-person local against Daybreak. They like won against him playing like Pokemon Trainer or something, and they just ran a whole lap around the venue after they won, and I was like, bro, chill.
That's much.
Like it wasn't even a PR event. Daybreak was like going random, you know?
Yeah, Daybreak's like retired. He's in his retired era, bro.
Yeah.
Also, LB's just blatantly lying in chat right now. I'd never popped off in my life.
That's true. I've seen him beat Ned, and he just like walks off stage like nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Why did I pop off
Ned,
easy?
You popped off, or you beat Ned twice that weekend, actually.
No, only. Oh, with a DK?
Yeah, you got the DK.
Yeah, my monkey slapped him.
Oh man. Well, if you don't have too much of a hot take, that's all right.
Yeah,
it's okay.
That's fine.
We put him on the spot too much. We should have given him time to prepare.
You guys are having too much fun cutting content.
Oh, here's my hot take.
He's got one.
My hot take is Hubert the GOAT, no cap, and Hubert for president of Iowa Smash. That's my GOAT. That's my take.
Hubert?
Yep, Huey.
Hubert the GOAT.
Yeah, Huey. I think Huey's the only non-corrupt mod, the only cool admin of Iowa Smash. Scene would be based if it was just him in charge.
Okay. All right.
You guys don't know the lore too much, but everyone in chat, they know.
The chat seems a little bit divided on this sentiment.
The way chat has responded to Skar all night, I could not tell if the people hate him or if they're like his homies that are here to chat with him.
I don't know either.
Very
It's the first
tough to tell.
it's the first is it post. Is it said that they were preparing for the worst, so the most hated smasher. Are you the most hated smasher, you think? It's gotta be Rayquaza. I don't think that there's actually a
No,
competition.
it's definitely not me.
I don't think
I
Yeah.
might be the most by the Muppets in Iowa. I think the Muppets in Iowa dislike me the most out of all the Iowa players. I'll give them that. But
I
no.
think like if you talk to anybody in Michigan that played in Smash 4, like Rayquaza has traumatized the entire scene. Like
it's
you can't
Yeah,
if
he's
you go to a
awful.
local and somebody just says his name, you have to listen to like a 2-hour thing about like how he went to the bathroom and then was like studying the set for 20
Yes.
minutes.
There's another time I remember like I've heard so many Rayquaza stories. Like one time he I forget what the match was. We had to play some guy, and then they found him in the he said he had to go to the bathroom. It was that one I think, but he wasn't in the
Yeah.
bathroom studying. He said he had to go to the bathroom. Then they found him in like the corner of the venue, like playing
Just
someone who
playing
played
on
the
another
characters.
setup. Yeah.
Like grinding the matchup. It's like, dude, what? When I played him, it was so annoying, dude. So that tournament, it was like the Zoo 3 or 4. I forget which one it was.
3.
3. Yeah, the Zoo 3. Tony played him in winners, like the tank, the goat tank. He like made them switch monitors to a monitor with no sound because he said Sonic is annoying to listen to. It's like, dude, what? Like, can you really just like say I want the sound off so the sound's off for both players? Like, I've never seen that before. And then when I was playing him, he was probably saying stuff to Tony too. I didn't notice. I was like just in the crowd screaming. When I was playing him, this dude keeps like dude, he just kept talking to me like while I'm playing. Like, wow, Cloud is so. He's like, wow, Cloud is really good. Cloud must destroy Snake. This matchup feels terrible. It's like, dude, the matchup is like, it's like even for Cloud at best. Like, it's like losing or even for Cloud. It's like, dude, you are just bad, my man. And then like after game, I showed him game 2, and then game 3, he's like thinking to himself. He's like, I'm just gonna try this. And he picks Rosalie, and it's like, dude, you're about to get a lot. And this matchup's terrible. But he just like talks to himself so much. So then he like oh, dude, after the tournament, I think it was, I can't remember if it was later in the day, because I was really annoyed with him. So I got second in that tournament. I made it to grands against Tony, but then I reset, and then I lost the reset. I was like still happy, like, 'cause I took like a 2.5 month break, and then came to the Zoo 3. And then I remember when I came, I was like an 8 seed. Like I was seated below a bunch of people that I've always just been positive on, like beat their asses, whatnot. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm the 8 seed. Like Rayquaza is like the second seed or some shit. And I'm just like, dude,
I
who
do
is this
remember
guy?
that. I do remember
And then
that.
like I find out because like I didn't really care like too much like bug the TOs or like tell them to change it. But then like later in the day, the TOs are really cool. And then like yeah, like we were gonna see you higher, but Rayquaza like made a really big deal that you shouldn't even be a top 8 seed. I was like, bro, what? Like I'm positive on all these people. And later in the day, I told Rayquaza, I'm like, by the way, don't ever. Or he said he beat me too. I was like, by the way, you will never fucking beat me. Never see me below you again. You're a dog shit. Like, I said that to his face because like I don't know. He's like
Dang.
100 pounds soaking wet. Like what's he gonna do? And then he like it was the only time I saw he got so angry from that. He like actually stuck his chest out. He's like, you don't talk to me like that. I was like, bro, what are you gonna do? And then he's like, I was like, whatever, man. Have a good day. And then for the rest of the event after he's out, he just like walked around the venue and like followed us around. I was like, dude, why are you here? Not a fan of that guy, so I sympathize with Michigan.
I see.
Yeah, there's
And
the funny thing
also,
is,
oh, sorry, you go first.
no,
I was gonna
go
address
ahead. What are
it.
you saying?
Is it saying I have the most punchable face in Smash? Bro, that is cap. You have the fattest lips I've ever seen. I would definitely punch them lips. You can go.
I've seen his in slips. Yeah.
Yes, they're huge.
So like Michigan, right? Michigan got like hard traumatized from him, but like the lore doesn't remember that he then moved to KC, and so I think it's like he has a crazy set count on wisdom because the two of them went back and forth like for a while, and they were the
Yeah,
top two in KC. Like that was pre Toffee era, I think, because it was
probably.
like
Poppy
end
was
of
still
Smash
like good
Four.
back then, but I think he was like right below them.
Mm-hmm. And then he went to Mizzou, and the Mizzou guy is so funny. Mizzou was just like, man, this guy's like crazy. I ran their pockets so hard betting on you and Tony. They lost so
Good.
much money on that one, and now he's in Alabama. So if you guys want to know, just avoid Alabama smash entirely. It's not worth
I
it.
think he doesn't go to their events anymore. He lost to a Min, and then he like raged and hasn't come back. I think. Like
They're
unranked
number
men just
one.
farmed
Yeah,
him.
it's weird. The South got some weird top players too. I don't like it. They got a K Rule. They got a Min. I need to
Wait,
stay
what
out of
K do
there.
they have?
It's Kirby Kid.
That's Louisiana.
Yeah, it's the South.
I mean, I
Oh, the
guess. I
South.
thought you.
The
I
South.
thought you were saying. Oh, I thought you said just Alabama. Yeah, yeah.
Oh no,
Okay.
no, I'm just saying the South's got some weird like
Yeah, they
top
do.
players.
Like, isn't
Yeah.
Zerxel from there?
Yep.
Around there?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the Min you're talking about. Okay. Yeah,
Now
Min K Rule.
they have way too many weird ones. It's like a
Disgusting.
death trap. We don't have Robs though. Gabe was on, or I was talking to Gabe about this. Like there was no Robs. We only have like weird mains here too. Like we had a bunch of Mega Man and well, I guess not as
Mhm.
much as we used to, but Little Max, more than one, which is
Disgusting.
gross.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I guess
Subhuman.
that's like that's kind of everything that we had to talk about. You got anything else you want to ask, KJS?
No, I think we covered it all. So Skar, you got anything you want to shout out or say at the end here before we set you free?
Hashtag Huey is the truth. That's all I got. And unban me, Iowa, you cowards. That's all I got.
I got told, would you like to wish? Is it a happy 40th birthday?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
All right,
Awesome.
Skar. Well, thank you for coming on. It's been a pleasure chit chatting with you.
Yep, you as well. Thanks for having me.
You're free to go play Hunt now.
All right, goodbye.
He's gone. That's quick. Well,
All
for the rest of you that are still here, we have some tournaments to cover, at the very least. Are you back? I see.
Hold on, hold on. I
You
don't
trying
know
to
if I
change
can
it on the
fix this.
fly? Oh no, he broke it. Oh god. All right. Well, I'm hearing a little box, so they need me to reset my camera too.
Messed something up. I shouldn't have clicked on my face.
That's funny. Anyway, I got a couple tournaments here. We're gonna be seeing them on the screen here in a second. What's the first one we gotta go on?
Hold on. I'm still trying to fix my webcam.
That's all good.
Oh, you
We
want
gotta
me to go
see
to
you.
the ads? Hold on.
Oh, do you want to go to the ads? We could cut it while we're doing a
Go to
technical
the
break.
ads.
Can I talk over the ads?
Yeah, they should be able to hear you.
Oh, perfect. Flavortown Throwdown, by the way, if you guys haven't heard. And if you guys are interested about any tournaments, try to get them like onto the show here, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, post in the Discord, DM us out here. The Flavortown Throwdown second course is happening December 17th. That is going to be what state is that? It doesn't say on here. Is it Michigan?
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Go to Columbus, Ohio. Go check them out. We always love supporting Ohio guys. Actually, a big event this weekend that we're going to be talking about too. Ohio's really good
Yeah,
practice
they
with
got
it.
back-to-back big events.
Nah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Only if Ohio had better players, right?
Yeah, if only.
What's the next one? What else we got here?
And the next one. Can I do this? Okay. The next one is Paramount, my Arcadian tournament. If today is the last day to sign up for the discounted price, or like the last day to sign up for regular price. So price goes up tomorrow, and then registration closes tomorrow at 3 p.m. So don't miss out. We got 150 people. It's the only big tournament in Michigan that wasn't the big house this season. So if you don't come, then you're not gonna make PR. Even though it's an Arcadian, the last couple people that have like a chance to qualify need to be at this tournament.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's unfortunate. Unfortunate if
yeah.
you're not gonna be able to make it out there. I see Pekka live. Sorry, Pekka.
Yeah, unfortunate, very unfortunate. But let's switch back to the 2cam, and I might not be able to get my webcam to transition for this.
Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
No, I think I would literally have to restart OBS because right now the Meet has the priority for the webcam, and so it won't let it transfer over to OBS.
Oh no.
Which is annoying. But whatever. We're just gonna continue the show.
Check. Did you transition back to the 2?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Maybe
Okay.
somebody send me a funny picture of myself. Where's
We'll just put them up there.
Memes?
We'll find one. Well, we have some tournaments this weekend, by the way. If you guys did not keep up on Twitter, which how could you not? My follow is right there at Real Chase to It. Also at K_Jez. Give us both follows because we tweet about like way too many tournaments.
Yeah, I retweet a lot of stuff. If I see one of your tournaments come across my timeline, I'll definitely retweet it. So if you're one of the other TOs in like the eastern side of the Midwest, we should swap follows.
Yeah, we're big proponents of promoting each other's events. And speaking of which, what's the first one on our agenda? We got one up here.
All right, I'm gonna stop trying to fix my webcam.
It's okay. You can put the tournaments in the black
Yeah,
space.
we can put the
there you
tournaments
go.
over my face. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
Pour one out for cages. I'll like lean down a little bit too so my face doesn't get cut off. There you go.
Oh,
like
and then we didn't
backwards.
use the 2 cam last week. Hold on. I gotta add the slideshow.
Oh no.
Don't worry, I'm not falling apart. It's cool.
We're really good under pressure, actually.
Top 8 slideshow. Why isn't it showing anything?
I think it's Battle of the Brickyard first, right? Shoutouts, by the way. You're gonna see it on here. They got a fantastic graphic that just got posted. I was told to give credits to Sammy Sai or Semi Sai, who made this, and it's actually a really good top 8 graphic. I think the top 8 graphics of like in-game renders are a bit overused, honestly. So I'm happy to see some more illustrative, like an illustration of the top 8. But we got Bud Wars? Is that the first one?
If you're out there and you're trying to be more involved in your scene and you want to help out your TOs in some kind of way, picking up just like simple graphic design would change my life. So I'm sure there's a lot of other TOs out there that would appreciate the same kind of help.
Just KJS though.
Yeah. Especially if you're interested in like starting out some graphic design, getting some work done for a resume maybe or something. Hit me up.
You asking people to do free look for exposure?
No. If we're running a tournament, I'll split off some money for you.
That's good.
I've never asked anyone. This is a very strict policy I have. At my tournaments, I've never asked anyone to work for free, except commentators. I don't pay not that I don't pay commentators, but like my tournaments are big enough to pay commentators.
Yeah,
but,
I always tell people, like, get those resumes made. If you're like graphic designer, if you're a caster or TO, go get those resumes made. It's so important. Don't do like the graphic resumes that are like people post on Twitter. That's okay, I guess. But like, I just like to go actually make an esports resume. It's so good. Like we get gigs all the time in the space just because like people know us and then we put a brand out there, you know?
Yeah.
Who could say no to KJ's face? I know you can't see it, but just imagine like the most beautiful human being, and that's KJ's.
Yeah.
For those of you just tuning in.
All right. So let's start talking about these tournaments. First one is Boudoir's birthday bash. Do you remember
want me to do that
this
one?
Was?
I have it.
Location.
It's Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I should.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
So just as a clarification here, we're doing a couple events that are not normally in our like wheelhouse, like the Midwest area, just because it's a little bit of a dry week, right? So kind of want to put some promotion out for these events, just kind of, and I think it's important too, kind of for people to figure out what else is going on in the space.
Yeah. Well, the one notable thing, Frostbite was here, got second place, and he was just in Michigan. He got off the plane, went to this tournament, and got second place. He's a North Carolina native. He was here for school. So I think he's just gonna be back there now, or maybe South Carolina, one of the Carolinas.
The Carolinas, they send players out this way often, and like Toast is from there. I can't remember if Toast is from there. Georgia.
But yeah, so Frostbite was honorary Michigan. I think he'll be on our PR this season because he went crazy at the big house. So he got second. Cool to see him there. And then Papaya obviously won the tournament. No surprise there. And then I don't know the rest of these people.
Papaya. You don't know Chugs? You don't know the Bayo 4-4?
I've heard of Regalo. Isn't that the Lucas?
Yeah. Regalo. Yeah, and then Chugs is a hero player. They got a bunch of good players over there. It's just like I feel as though we don't see North Carolina talent move out of North Carolina all that often. Like
Mhm.
I haven't seen 4-4 travel like at all. So I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I want to see some more of these guys get out there. We got to bring them to the Midwest somehow. We need to invite the Midwest out every once in a while, but we should start inviting more of these scenes out, these smaller ones.
Yeah. I mean, we got the Carolinas. We got to line them up and knock them down because of that one caller.
I know. What was it? He's not even here. He's not even
Yeah,
on this. Where is he at?
we can't bring him up. We can't bring him up anymore. We've
No,
already
no.
mentioned him now, but
Too much
yeah,
clout.
yeah. All right,
All right,
next
what's
one.
next?
Let's see.
Midwest needs
Okay,
to go
chain
to
grab. Let me.
just roll with it. Link it in chat, Wolf. I'm interested. Oh, we have a top 8 graphic. I forgot. Who made
Oh,
this
Wolfie?
one?
I just want to give a quick shout out to Wolfie. Wolfie is one of our best chatters because he's like, "Yo, you know about this thing?" and then just tells us about tournaments all the time. I like that. I appreciate Wolfie.
It's the only way to find out about tournaments. Either follow people on Twitter, or it's like word of mouth.
Yeah. But anyway, chain grab. This was in East Ohio, Golden Summit Gaming, which I think is like part of this. I don't remember what college this was at, but I think that's like part of their college.
Oh,
If you
okay.
guys saw the stream for this, the stream production was super high. This tournament was also like, from my understanding, it was played at the stadium of the college, and they like broadcast the games on the jumbotron, which is so cool.
Dude,
I
I'm looking at these
really
pictures.
wanted to go, but it was on Sunday. I couldn't, like, I had to work the next day. There's no way I could go to like Cleveland area and then drive back home. But it looked cool as heck. I hope these guys do more tournaments. I'd be very interested to see. But they got 220 attendees for a 1-day Sunday tournament, which is pretty cool.
Crazy. That
We
is pretty
had
crazy.
Anthony and Raymond from Michigan come out there. The rest of it was mostly just Ohio people. And then Icy Mist came from Pitts. Icy Mist and Sam. I think maybe a couple other Pitt people were there, but those are the only
There's a
two
few.
that I know.
Wait, is Sam's like Pittsburgh now officially? Like he's not in Michigan anymore?
Yeah, they moved out. I think they
Ah,
finished school, so back in Pitt.
I see.
Yeah, so Icy Mist lost to Anthony on winner's side, but then won the run back. Cosmos took the tournament, which I don't know if I think you predicted that. We did predictions last week, and Cosmos the easy pick. So
It was a free pick. I mean, honestly, I think it'd be really cool if the rest of Ohio could put up a fight against him. But typically, I think it's the out of like staters that mess him up, right?
mm-hmm.
Like whenever Leon comes, Leon will beat Cosmos. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't know. It's nice to see Icy doing well too, though. Shout outs to Icy, very talented player. They got knocked in the losers. Was it earlier? I
Well,
gotta figure out.
Anthony beat her in winners semis, I think. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they had the run. It was 3-1 against Toast, 3-1 against Non, 3-1 against Anthony, and then got swept by Icy. So that's a lot of play right back to back with like such talented players too. So
Yeah. And then also at this tournament, Raymond Noodles and Anthony had to play each other, but if they didn't, I think Raymond would have done better. Just saying.
and
They
these
got
crooked
robbed by the
TOs.
seeding a little bit. And don't worry, I do this to West players. I don't actually do this, but when West Michigan comes to East Michigan, like every single one of them will be like, "Oh, it's a bracket conflict. This person's from West." But like I'm running the tournament in the center of the state, so I always tell them like West versus West isn't a bracket conflict. Like, and then they all like get eliminated, and then one of the East players wins. They're like, "KJ sucks. We hate
Oh
her."
my gosh. I also hate cages, if that matters. There you
Yep.
go. We didn't mention Non. Kind of quiet, kind of a quiet player overall when it comes to Midwest. I don't think he travels all that often outside of like the East. But he's a killer. Like he's very consistent in Ohio.
Yeah, he had a couple rough, like he went to Riptide and something else, maybe Combo Breaker. Had like
Yes.
some pretty middle performances there, but like he definitely has it in him to like blow up. I think he got like 65th at Riptide, if I remember correctly.
And you got to keep in mind too that like these players have to travel to get results, in these other places. So they don't typically do well. I think even like Chicago, when Chicago travels out, and glad to see Chicago traveling out. When Chicago travels out, they kind of have some rough times with it, and that's just That's just expected,
Yeah,
honestly.
we'll talk about Chicago and not traveling in a minute.
In a minute, a real minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so Geist, I want to touch on all of them since we have the time
Okay,
for it. Like
okay.
Geist did pretty decent. Who did Geist get wins on? I'm looking here. Geist Geist got a little bit rocked in top 8, not gonna lie. It's all right though. Geist beat Doorstop. I knew there was an upset there, but they trade sets. I don't think it's like,
Yeah, I don't think that's like a crazy win or anything. That's like
yeah,
a pretty normal.
slapped Fritos down. Oh no, I get to push my narrative still. All right.
Yeah.
Hear me out. There are 3 duck hunts, not duck hunts. I always say duck hunts. There are 3 Diddy Kongs that you need to be aware of, and 2 of them were here. I'm surprised Worry didn't actually show up, but Indiana's got Duck 190, Ohio has Fritos, and Kentucky has Worry. And these guys are absolutely disgusting, and they are changing the meta when it comes to Diddy Kong in these regions. So you just got to keep your eyes out because you're gonna be running into them. I don't think they
Yeah,
didn't
I
do like
think
so well here, but
Worry was like somebody that had a crazy run at the big house. If I
Mhm.
remember correctly, I did not seed them at all. Basically, they were like
I hate you.
170 or something. Like, I just gave them like whatever. And then I think they got like I think like I can't remember. I think they made top 64 though. Worry did really good. I remember.
Oh, wait, TKO's happening? I just checked in chat. Non 3-1 Ned. Okay, yes, that was the cool thing. TKO's happening. That's also crazy. Man, chat's always got good knowledge. See, now we got Trajan in chat, so he's able to drop knowledge bombs on us.
Yeah, okay. I'll drop the link. TKO. Check
Yeah.
it out. 200,000
Go to
followers.
Nebraska. It's the second one. They revived the series. You gotta go. Yeah, no, I really think that going back to the Daycon stuff. Yeah, no, I can't believe that somebody would not see Worry. One TO, one specific TO.
One TO that doesn't seem to know that many people.
um, Toast, not surprised to see him up here. Toast really good. We all know that one. We talked about Raymond and Cytonics. Little bit of an interesting top 8 representative. And he ended up having to beat Zane to get it. I think his side of the bracket got a little bit easier, but he is a Ken that gets slept on pretty heavily. People don't talk about Cytonics enough, I feel. So it's good to see him getting some results up there.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird. Like, I mean, not that Zane is bad, but he's like
No.
not at the caliber of some of these other players that we're seeing in the top 8. So, but yeah, still cool for Cytonics to make to that top 8 anyway.
Yeah. What's next on our agenda?
Moving on to the next one, we got Santa Paws. This one, kind of a bigger tournament in the like skill level. Obviously, like we had Anathema, Jazzo there. But we wanted to highlight it because Apollo Kage was there. He got 5th. I didn't get a chance to look at his bracket run there.
I could pull it up really quick. I had it up. I think I closed it by accident.
Like I also closed it.
Yeah, he was talking. This is really funny. He had brought up, he's like, yeah, I'm kind of the Mario killer. I got beat by one of Alabama's Marios. I think it's
Oh
Alabama's
no.
Marios.
Oh
Who was
no.
it? Travers. I'm gonna double check. Or Tavers? I don't know how to pronounce this name.
Okay.
Tavares? It's probably Tavares. Tavers? Someone tell us how to pronounce it. He's good though. He was 9th seed for this event, ended up taking down AK after beating Chunky Kong. I think it was double upsets.
Oh,
Typing
I
out
see.
the
They finished, both of them finished 5th. That Mario you
Yeah.
were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's we haven't seen a lot of new Marios kind of come up, right? It's always been the really consistent. It's like Wizzy whenever Wizzy does stuff, it's Zenu whenever Zenu does stuff, and then it's not I always forget his new tag. Who used to the artist formerly known as Prodigy, but I always forget the new
Yeah,
tag.
yeah. I
Someone
can't remember
else in
the
chat
tag.
will know. People change their tags so much, it's just hard to keep up. What did Wolfie say? An interesting fact is that Jazzo beat Omega and he was 636 on him going into the bracket. Omega
Oh,
was 636 on him. Wow.
that's crazy.
That is pretty good. Oh, look, there's Zurzel. We were talking about Zurzel. Zurzel makes a top 8 there. Zurzel's that Min Min. That's like Mississippi's not Mississippi. It's I'm gonna look now. Alabama's number 1. So they have like a
okay,
min
okay.
min there. Mississippi's got a K rule as number 1. They got some
like
weird
you
stuff
said,
going on.
Like you said, weird stuff going on.
Yeah,
over
weird
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
Peanut was there? I didn't even notice that Peanut was there. Why was Peanut there? That's a weird one.
I don't know, but he punched AK out of the bracket. That's kind of crazy.
Dude, see, AK just has to travel more in the Midwest. He's been dodging quads too much. This is what happens when you dodge quads too much. You lose on that experience. Jazzo
All
takes
right.
it. Anathema second. You guys can kind of see what's going on here, but
Oh
not
no.
the.
The graphic isn't showing up for Battle at the Brickyard.
Oh
Hold on,
god,
let me.
it's just like there's so many of them on screen.
Hold
We
on,
have a
hold
cool
on.
graphic. We'll put it up. Don't worry.
I'm supposed to get this to work automatically, but I think because I added it after we went live, it's not checking for it.
Tavar, like bizarre, like Bizarres. So Tavares, but Tavares, if you know what I mean. Yeah. That's good. Thank you for that one. Tavares.
All right, Battle at the Brickyard.
Pull it
I got this
up.
cool graphic here.
Dude,
Got
again, let me see who do I have to plug for this making this one. Semi Sci, I will post Semi Sci's like Twitter. Let me send you his Twitter so you can post it in chat here, KJS. Yeah, I just DM'd it to you. Go commission Semi Sci to make your graphics, because like honestly, I want to see more stuff like this. I want to see less of those renders. The renders are corny. This is some cool stuff, like kind of minimalistic approach to it. I'm not the biggest fan of minimalism all the time, but this is nice to see. So, top 8 here though, if you can kind of see it, Gromp took it. Cruel Angels Yeezus, by the way, if you don't know the start.gg account name, it doesn't say Gromp. But
We'll
Gromp
zoom it in
actually.
and then I'll move it up or move it down as we go down.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there.
Gromp took it. I don't even think anybody took a game off of him. I will double check. Wolfie got one. Buffed Mac got one. Celestial. I was a liar. Okay, so people got games off Gromp, but Gromp took this bracket. Pretty strongly. I mean, it's kind of convincing when Gromp shows up to Indiana events. Gromp's gonna win Indiana events. That's just kind of how it works. He's inactive. Other people kind of take it. 2, Wolfie. I know many of you don't know who Wolfie is, but
Yeah, it's not
he's
like we talk about him in every episode.
he's the granddaddy of predictions.
Yeah.
The new ZSS in the house, grabbing up second there. Who knocked him out? Did he lose to Grump too? Grump knocked him out of winners. No,
I
he
think
lost to
so.
Risk Taker. He won on the
Oh,
run
okay,
back.
okay.
Yeah. So Risk Taker going in third. That is like the one. There's like 2 Robs in the Midwest before Epic Gabe got here. Risk Taker was one of them, but he also never travels anywhere. So like nobody gets any Rob experience. I guess what there's I always forget his name. You guys have one Rob up there. Boo Bear.
Boo
But
Bear,
Boo
yeah.
Bear's like half retired, right?
I mean, he still plays now. He's not nearly as good as he was at his peak.
And he was good at his peak. He's real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I failed my reverse 3-0 on Risk. Yeah, no, it's true. We need more Robs. Buffmac Exalt. Okay, Buffmac made a run. We know, like Buffmac. Actually, I did want to talk about this one because I think I was doing the thread for this one. What was he when going into this? He was the 29th seed of this event, and he ends up in pools. He took down the
Eric,
Providence.
though?
Yeah. Eric Doe was like the 2nd seed.
Yeah.
Uh, beat Eric Doe, Trippy, Exalted. Like these are good players. These are really good players. He's like, it was a really upsetting run too, I think, because like Exalted did make top 8, but like he got that upset on Wes, and so was really itching. I think that Exalted was able to like kind of beat down Buffed Mac. Is able to get in, but we haven't been seeing a lot of movement from Little Macs for a while. So seeing Buffed Mac do really well is kind of sick.
Yeah, Buff Mac and Peanut. There was something going on with the Max this weekend.
Oh, and yeah, it Quaz last weekend. Like I don't know, man. Macs are good. Oh, I forgot about Wes. Wes got 4th. Wes got
Yeah, Wes
4th.
got 4th. Let's
Oh
go,
my
Wes.
god. Beat Celestial, beat Buffed Mac. I got he beat Buffed Mac. Yeah, dude. Little Mac, King K. Rool. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It's like Pac-Man. Awful. Finishing up though. Well, who else got? Oh, it was Celestial and Sunny. It looks like Setter. Setter got amateurs. That's nice. It's nice to include the amateurs winner on there. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
Sunny is Indiana PR. Sunny's a good snake. Another player that doesn't travel out much, but I think that like there's just like there's this list of players that if they traveled a little bit, they'd be so much better. I think Sonny's one of those guys. He just needs to get that like matchup experience. I think if Brandon Gordon was traveling a bit more too, I think Brandon Gordon would start making a bit more names. You talked
Oh
about
yeah,
that
for
before.
sure, for sure.
And then lastly, this is the most interesting part of this event. I'd have to say, Buckback is a really good storyline. Nobody knows who Celestial is. And it's so interesting to me that Celestial got a 17 seed because I know who Celestial is. Celestial was previously known as Camo Cat, and they're a they've come out to my events before. They're a pretty okay player, right? They're kind of in like the suburbs of Chicago areas, right?
Okay.
And apparently they switched to Steve. And I don't know why they had such a high seed at this event. They got a 17th seed in it just because they probably like up in like the Chicago area. People like tend to overseed. Like they put Chicago players like a higher seed. But 2-0 to Buck or Duck 190, 3-2 Bookie, lost to Grump, beats Ryoku, beats Grease Almighty to make top 8. And like no, they went to Purdue? They go to Purdue now? I didn't even know they graduated. I thought they were still in high school. I thought they were a senior this year. See, this is why we keep Wolfie around. This is the reason.
Wolfie has better player knowledge, is better at the game, knows about more tournaments than us. He's just an all-around better guy than we are.
Yeah.
We need
Wolfie's has great hair.
We're replacing one of the hosts with Wolfie. He's
Wolfie's
officially
gonna
on the
be
crew.
our fourth caster or our fourth person when one of us dip. That's
Yeah.
funny. All right, Camo Cat has gone Celestial now. So Celestial has gone to Purdue. Good pickup, honestly. I think that Celestial's only gonna get better from here. Picking up another Steve too. Oh God, not like y'all needed more Steves. Queen of Hearts too. Hate it here. Well, I guess that's all of them.
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Did you
Did
want
you
to
fix your
talk about that
camera?
Japan thing? I don't really have a enthusiasm for it. I know
You don't want to
Lunges
know about
wanted to
it?
talk about it a lot, but I mean,
Uh,
if you want to talk about it a little bit, we can bring
I
it
want to
up.
pull it up. Yeah, let's pull up
Did you link
the
it
one.
somewhere?
It's in our chat here. Here, I'll reply to it. We're talking about this Japan top 200 that got put or 100 top 100. I gotta find it. Did I link you the right one? Oh, there's two images here. Okay, I see the two images. Here, I'm just gonna copy and paste this one to you. Open link. Oh, I keep downloading it. That's funny. All right, where is this at? I know people are talking about this top 1,000, but don't sleep on this ranking. I'm so interested to kind of take a look at it. Is it up here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was the Reddit top 1,000, and the top 1,000 is so hard to parse, um, because like there's no search function, so you just kind of have to like skim it. I know Lunges did it because he hates himself, and he posted like the top 16 like Michigan or like the
Yeah,
Michigan players
he
that made
posted
it,
all the Michigan players that were there.
which is like it's funny, but that's a lot of work.
Mhm.
All right, so want to talk about this one? I know Cages is super big. Just Control F4. I don't know what you're talking about. Cages is really big on Japanese players because that's where really his knowledge base is.
Oh yeah, because I'm a little weeb, so I
You're
love
lovely.
love me some Japanese players. For sure.
Chemdizzle. It includes coin boxes.
That's why Sonic's is third.
So I looked into
Okay.
this. This website is like they're Japanese like event hubs basically, from what I gathered. Um, so they do like matchup charts and things like that with it. So okay, so Japan holds Wi-Fi high. That would actually make a lot of sense. Which is it's interesting though of like where the rankings of Wi-Fi was put in comparison to like LAN events, right? So it seems like they were ranking them pretty compatible, like for basically the same thing.
Mhm.
Um, it's honestly probably why Onen's up so high because he does a little bit of Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Onan. I don't know how much he plays Wi-Fi now. But they were like a real Wi-Fi grinder during the quarantine for sure.
Yeah, this is just an interesting thing. Yeah, I guess it is a little bit unfortunate Lunges is new because I know he had a bunch to say about it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have him. Maybe we'll have him do some touches on it. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting for you guys to go take a look at. I could post a. Do you want to post a link to the tweet in chat just so people can kind of see? I know the top 1,000 kind of like put people's eyes onto it, but I think it's incredibly interesting to see the perspective that the Japanese scene has on like the space as a whole. We've talked about like matchups. You see the matchup charts that come around every once in a while where Toon Link is like top 20.
Mm-hmm.
It's so interesting. I don't know. My only hate is
Yeah,
Luigi's
like
too.
what? Who are these people that think that they can't beat Toon Links when there isn't any Toon Links? They're just afraid of the theory.
Terrified. Terrified. I'm also scared of Toon Links. I hate fighting Toon Link. Just all the items. I can't Z drop, so never learned. Like I never learned to read. It's a rough time. Highlights though. Highlights from this one. Top 10. Rizu. I think it's Rizu. You would know.
No, I don't know.
You know, KJS would know.
The me brawler.
Yeah, no, he's actually he plays mostly random from what I understand, which is interesting that they stuck with me brawler, but I think that's kind of like his main or their main when they actually play. But the fact that there are 2 Americans in the top 10.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know. Like I remember seeing a stat that like if Americans won a major this year, it was like only Light and Onan, and then Riddles won the Big House. So like it's kind of weird to see these other American players like DeBuzz and Tweak over Onan. I don't know if that means Onan should be higher or if they should be lower, but either way, I feel like DeBuzz is a little overrated here.
It's gotta be like a consistency thing. Like
Yeah,
DeBuzz
it
is
must
pretty
be.
consistently at like I think second or third, or like at like third or fourth.
Yeah. It could also
So
be like the amount of reps. Maybe there's like a certain amount of like they were in a lot of tournaments.
apparently Tweak won a major too, says Wolfie.
Did he?
There you go. Apparently, which major did he? It was
Was
like
it
on the.
recent? Was it the one that just like very recent?
Did he play Diddy? I can't.
Yeah.
I think I remember this. This thing dropped. I gotta look at the tweet now to kind of figure out like the time.
Yeah, he
frame
won
that
main
it's-
stage like a week ago. 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
there you go. Okay. Oh, they have a full. Okay, so the Japanese rankings, they have the American rankings. Is this the one where it's together?
Well,
Looking at it,
this
I think
one
this is the
shows
one.
the Japanese and the like. This is the international one we're looking at here.
Yeah. I don't know. It says offline. It does say offline. I don't know. I'm just looking at the tweet here, and it does say they were specifically offline ranking. So I don't know. Chemdizzle probably knows more than me, though. I do trust him. Gluttony 13th. I mean, that's all the typical people, right? That we would see in like the top half. And then there's like Masa.
Yeah, Falco, let's go. I do think it's weird, like, if you look at the Japanese players that are on here, the like character spread, especially even of their top ones, like they got Bowser, Toon Link, Falco, DK, me, Brawler. What's going on?
So much more diverse
Yeah, there's
at
so
the
much
top
more
level.
diverse.
It's
Crazy.
Kurama. I was asking beforehand what Prodigy changed their name to, and it was Kurama. There you go.
Yeah. You're right.
It's probably better, honestly.
Yeah,
AK
Kurama's pretty cool.
AK keeps winning though. He's in 27th even on this one.
Oh, I didn't
I
even see him
know.
on there. That's right. He's above Zachary. Zachary hasn't played much this season. But that's pretty cool.
They did there is one version. I'm just looking at my screen. There's a version of this too where they did not include any Japanese players, and they had like a specifically Japanese one and a specifically American or like a non-Japanese one. And the non-Japanese one has AK at 13th, and interestingly, Shiny Mark at 34th.
Very interesting.
I don't know. Bring Japan's mid and low high tiers. Yes, we do need to do that. We kind of bring we bring Ken, we bring T, we bring Shuton to every single one. We started bringing who's the Ryu player?
Asuma.
Asuma. Yeah, Asuma's coming now, which is good. We need to get more of these guys out. I want to see me some Sigma. Sigma hasn't come to the United States like ever. We need to see some Sigma. Abadango hasn't been here in a while. Umeki hasn't been here in a while. Like, come on. I think Teomeki's still TOing too. Oh yeah, you know what? Kim Dizzle is right on that one. If Shiny Mark's that high on it, that would make sense. Because Shiny Mark's what? He's 73rd here, which I still think is insanely high for him, considering where he can contend. Right? He's way better than us, but
Yeah.
not
I
maybe
know
not
what you mean
KJ's though. Maybe not KJ's though.
Yeah, definitely not. My Falcon is hard. I gotta play against Ori at the Paramount tournament, and I have not practiced once.
You guys actually have to like 1v1.
Yeah, we're doing a crew battle and we're leading it. Like both me and him going first. So
That's pretty funny. All right, well I guess that's all I got to say about it. RIP with lunges.
yep. Okay,
And
Booker, you got any hot takes, fun things to talk about? We don't really have to extend the show, but
I
if you just
always
got
get
anything
something to
on your
talk
mind.
about. What is it talking about? All right, you're gonna give. If I can get on my soapbox real quick,
Okay.
I need to trash these HDR devs real quick.
Oh, okay. I saw you tweet about this. I don't know any context about
All
this
right,
because
all right.
I never mod my system, so I don't know anything about it.
Context. HDR is a mod of what? It's like trying to make get off. This Wi-Fi mod is insane. No. I'm actually agreeing with you that the Wi-Fi mod is insane. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm trashing HDR devs for different reasons. HDR is like trying to make like melee, like Ultimate of the Melee, right? That's like their whole thing, right? Um, or like it's like its own different game. They're trying to do a similar thing that P Plus did with Brawl, but like Brawl was an unplayable game at a competitive level once you really got down to it. And Ultimate's pretty playable, so I don't know. But so they decided that they wanted to make online for HDR, and which is cool. Like I think that's a cool product, right? Like a cool way to get people to play your game. But
Mm-hmm.
in doing so, created they knowingly created this like code that allowed online to be able to be edited for frames, right? And it's very easy to just take the HDR stuff off of it and run it on Vanilla Smash. And they knowingly did that because they wanted to promote their like game or whatever, right? And put out this potentially, I mean, you should still go use it, but it's like this potentially malicious piece of hardware for Nintendo because now you can go be playing on quick play and somebody could be manually setting their frames specifically lower, so they have a heavy advantage in the competitive level, right? Um, so they wanted to have online so badly, and they like for their specific like their mod, and they knew the risks that would happen if they put it out because you could just steal the code, and they did it anyway. And they're on Twitter talking about how bad people are for utilizing this, and that the reason they didn't make it for Vanilla Smash is because it was going to like ruin the space and like potentially nuke modding. But they did it anyway. They made it right? They went and put the work in to make it. So like putting the what I think Cam tweeted, he's like, it's putting the Lambo keys on the counter and expecting your 15-year-old to not grab it, right? And it's like, I don't know, man. It cheats me back to like the facial recognition stuff. It's like there's an ethical way of doing like tech, right? Um, and it needs to be able to like you got to understand all of the people that it could potentially affect. Like facial recognition is cool, like a really cool concept, but like bad when implemented on a wide scale because then you just get databases of people's faces directly to like the cops, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
and then the government could just like see whoever, right? So like I don't know, ethical ways of handling tech. And I don't think the whole high roading thing is like the best route to go about it. I think you just look like a clown when you're going out there and being like, oh my gosh, this very foreseeable thing. I can't believe people did it. Oh, you fixed your cam.
Yeah, I got it fixed. I figured it out. I was looking it up while you were talking.
That's good. Let's
So
go. Nice. See,
yeah.
he is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. That's my take. That's my hot take right now. I am so beyond with this like blaming people for doing the reasonable thing that you allowed to happen.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I don't know too much about the situation, but just from what you explained, it's like, of course, this is the outcome of your actions. So, like, you should own it, not be like, this is their fault for doing what anybody would probably do.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why you would make it. It seems like so selfish if like you knew that Nintendo could potentially like slam down on the entire modding scene and just nuke ultimate modding entirely, which they already don't really like, right? If you go on
Mm.
quick play with mods, like you could brick your Switch. Um but now You've kind of opened Pandora's box with it. And yeah, Wolfie's right. It's like a great mod. No, it's a fantastic service for the community. Very heavily needed for the space. Potentially very harmful, but that should, like, we have an unplayable online, right? I mean, people do use it. It's not unplayable, but it's not good. And I think that we're going to be tournaments are going to be mandating that the mod is actually utilized. Like, that's just the same thing that we would kind of expect in late stage ultimate anyway, right? I don't know. I just think it's weird to blame people for it. I just think that they're being weird about it. What about you? You got a hot take?
Yeah, so I've had this take for a couple weeks, and I just haven't brought it up. But now that we've got some time where we're just BSing here, so I have this take that if you're a TO and you're running a weekly, the money you're making from that weekly, a certain amount of it should be being invested either in improving your weekly or planning a bigger event. And this is like a universal rule. Like, the amount of money that I take home from any event, even if it's like no matter how popping my weekly was, I'll only use it to like buy food on my way home or whatever, or after the bracket. And then the rest of that money goes into like either buying equipment for the next week, or like the next monthly I'm going to give away the money somehow. I'm going to pay out amateur bracket or something with that cash. And I think like I'm not trying to call out anybody specifically in Michigan, but
I was gonna say
I'll just say that like I don't run a weekly anymore, but there's almost nobody runs anything bigger than weeklies here. And there's a lot of weeklies that, like, in my opinion, haven't changed anything. You can pop open their streams. The streams still look the same way they did the first week they started. And, like, they haven't run anything other than their weekly. So it's like, I don't know, not that saying, like, greedy TOs or anything, but just maybe they've never even considered the idea before, right? Like, maybe they just haven't even thought about, like, oh yeah, maybe we could do something more than this. But you should do something more than this. Go ahead.
You're like irritated with mediocrity, right? And people being okay with that, right?
I guess it's sort of that. I just wish that people had more like, see, because like the thing is like you don't even make that much money from tournaments anyway. So I'm not trying to say like, hey, these guys are just pocketing all your cash or whatever. And like, of course, the TO deserves to make some money for doing the work that they did, right? I'm not saying everybody has to work for free, because I'm also very against that. But just like, you should think about how you can help your scene grow, and that should be like part of your initiative with the money that you're collecting from the scene, rather than just, I don't know what you do with it. But
that's interesting.
It's kind of annoying. Like, I think like if I was running the popping weekly that was here in Michigan, which unfortunately I'm not, I would also run the craziest regionals. Like, I'm taking all the money that I made from Yomicon, and if I get paid for Big House before tomorrow, I'm taking all that money and I'm like redistributing it in my next like, I bought t-shirts for people for this tournament we're running on Saturday, and I'm gonna give out money to like amateur bracket, and there's gonna be some other incentives and stuff. Like, I've reinvested it for my next tournament, you know what I mean? And like, that was money for a legit job that I did, not even my weekly. But I just think that there's a lot of room for people to have better products if they use some of that cash that they're already getting from the people to bring it back to the people.
I see what you're getting at. I don't know. I think it's like, I have been in this exact same mindset previously of being frustrated with TO mediocrity, because I've said it on this podcast before. I like 99% of TOs, like, I say 90% of TOs are like flat out bad at their job, right? Because I view TOing as creating a good quality product, not just like like one that functions, like a good quality product for your players. and wanting to grow the space. And a lot of TOs just don't do that, right? Not to say like, oh my God, we should go like criticize TOs. If you don't run events, you shouldn't have opinions. I'm joking, but it's easier for us to see it. I think like KJS and I, because like we understand how much work it actually does take to do some bigger stuff. But I've actually moved on a little bit from that. I think it's like I don't think everybody is built to run big events, and I think that's okay. I don't know. It's like I understand the whole we should see more investment into the space, but the community itself doesn't really lend itself to like investments like you can see that coming back to you, right? And so people are
Yeah.
like, well, I could improve the quality of my stream, but the stream functions, so like that's good enough, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. I get that mindset, and I personally I've been a proponent of this where like I've tried to make a TO do more and like drag them kicking and screaming into more things. And sometimes it works out, but other times it's like they just you burn out any drive that they had to do stuff because they
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
like got brought out of a space that they were comfortable with, you know?
just to be clear, if you don't think you have the capability or desire to run something bigger than a weekly, I definitely don't think you should. Because, that's just spelling disaster.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I just mean more, even when I say reinvestment, I just mean like anything to improve your game. Like, if it's, taking, like I said, you could take $5 out of your pay from last week and give that to the amateur bracket winner the next week or something, That's a small thing, but just small stuff like that, I think, can be something TO should consider more.
Put more effort into your events. And like I know that it's like the whole showing up 15 minutes earlier or like creating a new graphic and stuff, but I think it's just more of an approach thing, right? Like look at every aspect of your event and see what can potentially be improved because you're creating a product that is going to be sold to the players, and we kind of forget that sometimes. So like we have to create quality products. We should be striving to create quality products because that's just like best for the scene and like trying to just improve the scene as a whole. So yeah, you know what? I think ultimately I agree with your take.
Yeah. I do like your part of it, though, that, like, you shouldn't burn yourself out trying to, obviously, like, running a weekly, obviously, it kind of sucks. I don't like running weeklies because I'm an adult that's just, like, now I'm doing this podcast thing. It's already annoying having one day where, like, I don't have time to, like, make dinner or do any of my chores at my house or anything. So I can sympathize with, like, I already spend so much time like running this tournament. Why do I want to put more stuff into it? So I get that. I get that for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all we got, right?
Yeah, I think this was fun. I hope the people
Shout outs to
enjoyed it.
the shout outs to the 4 people that stuck around, hearing us rant a
I'm
bit.
still worried that I said that Skar was cool and that maybe he's not actually cool. So we'll see how that goes.
Heck yeah. All right. Shout outs to Pekka. Shout out to Wolfie, the real ones in chat.
Yeah, thank you
Pekka.
to anybody that stayed around till the end. Big respect.
Yeah. We're gonna be
All
putting
right,
this on Spotify, right? Isn't that the goal? One of them. One of many
Yeah,
goals, maybe.
one of the things on our agenda, maybe, if this does all right. Anyway, yeah, that's one thing I could fund if I had like a weekly that was going crazy. If I was getting 40 people a week, I could just spend it all on Great Lakes hot takes, which doesn't improve my scene at all. It's just my own personal branding exercise.
No. You create a bigger brand for yourself. You can promote your own tournaments, which means more people come to your scene. See?
Yeah. It all
you
works
gotta
out in the end.
truly.
All right, everybody. You all have a good night now.
Take care, y'all.